Okay, so I'm sure by now you guys have heard that the news have broken that there's a lawsuit filed against P. Diddy and Jay-Z for sexual assault. Okay, it says here through music news that Jay-Z seeks dismissal of Diddy lawsuit. It says this is a shakedown. It says the rapper is petitioning for the identity reveal of the accused, who was 13 years old at the time of the alleged incident, while maintaining his innocence. Now, do I believe Jay-Z is innocent? No, I do not. Now, I believe there are a lot of things that Jay-Z has done that has been kept by the keepers of secrets from being exposed until they determine when they want to release this information, which ironically is exactly 24 years after it actually happened, allegedly happened. Okay. For those of you familiar with numerology, this is how Luciferians operate. What they do is they release information based off of numerology because they worship their gods through numerology. For those familiar with the scriptures, the Most High, he operates according to numerology, and Satan tries to mimic him. All right. But continuing, it says Jay-Z has filed a court letter seeking the dismissal of a lawsuit that accuses him and Diddy for an alleged sexual assault in 2000. It was reported yesterday, December 9th, that Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, has been named in a lawsuit which alleges the rape of a 13-year-old girl in 2000 by the rapper and Diddy. In October, a lawsuit was filed by lawyer Tony Busby on behalf of his client, originally claiming Combs, as well as another unnamed male celebrity, raped a 13-year-old girl at a VMA's after party in 2000. So far, Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges, with his lawyers also dismissing accusations as clear attempts to garner publicity, adding, Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone. That's a lie. Adult or a minor, man or woman. Now, of course, that's a lie. You know, again, it's all about the gatekeepers of secrets, and there are layers to Luciferianism. Sean Carter and Sean Combs, okay, they're both guilty. There's also a case that can be made, obviously, against their handlers, okay, particularly P. Diddy's handler, Clive Davis. Okay, Clive Davis has never been prosecuted for the alleged death of Whitney Houston. Okay, allegedly. All right, and Sean Combs would not be who he is, a notable figure, a celebrity, if not for Clive Davis. Okay, it was Clive Davis who turned P. Diddy out and made him into the monster that he is. All right, but they pick and choose who they gonna prosecute. Of course, this is demonizing the black man. Now, I'm not suggesting that these men are innocent, definitely not suggesting that they're righteous. Okay, but I see the game that they play. Now, with Jay-Z, keep in mind that it's a civil case with him. It's not a criminal case. Okay, so the victim has a long shot of even winning the civil case. All right, because there's statutes of limitations, according to lawyers, there's statutes of limitations on this particular crime, which I don't understand because with R. Kelly, there was a statute of limitation that didn't apply to him. He still went to prison. So again, these are devil obligations that these celebrities have. All right, but again, with Jay-Z, Jay-Z is higher up in the ranking because of his marriage to Beyonce. He's more significant in the realm of celebrity than P. Diddy and R. Kelly. Okay, now this was not always the case because they rank their celebrities according to stardom and influence. All right, now Jay-Z is losing influence because obviously his name is attached to this scandal, all right, to this crime, Once upon a time, this wasn't the case. But because he's no longer in the limelight, he's no longer producing music, okay, like he did in his heyday. All right, they really have no use for him. They have no use for him or his wife. Okay, it's similar to Kanye West. Remember when Kanye West was having all these meltdowns and then his divorce became public? Kim Kardashian only divorced him because he was no longer relevant. Now it's a new era. So the light is dimming on Jay-Z's career. It has dimmed on his career. Okay, kind of similar to Drake. Everything that Drake has been going through. Okay, the humiliation. It's as though they're cleaning house. Okay, R. Kelly. They had no use for R. Kelly. Okay, could he make money going on tours and, kind of settle himself down in some sort of retirement? Or if there is a such thing as retirement for celebrities? Yeah, if they wanted to, they could have let R. Kelly do that. They could have let Jay-Z do that. They could let P. Diddy do that. But the devil owes no loyalty to men. He don't get screwed on the deals he make with men. All right, so typically it's either a humiliation ritual or it's something more serious of removal. And there was no blood sacrifice that was made that would substantiate the amount of wealth or riches or fame that these celebrities receive. Okay, P. Diddy, his time came as he gave no blood sacrifice that was of significance. Okay, now, it's alleged in years past that Biggie was sacrificed by P. Diddy. Okay, now there may be some truth to that, but Biggie was not a big enough sacrifice, and it happened so long ago that the elites know that Biggie meant nothing to P. Diddy. Okay, so now P. Diddy must pay with his own life. All right, same thing with R. Kelly. R. Kelly never provided a blood sacrifice. Now, has P. Diddy been involved in rituals and sacrificing random people who wanted contracts and wanted to sell their soul? Yeah. But at some point, that's not enough, okay? For the measure of fame that he's received, he hasn't done his due diligence to the boule. Okay, and the boule wants its pound of flesh. Okay, it eats its own. The scriptures say that greed takes the life of its owner. Okay, so at some point they decide for a particular cause, of course. Okay, because what is all of this leading towards? This is leading towards feminism. This is directing or manipulating the minds of the masses to accept and embrace feminism. That's why here they're talking about how the accuser prefers to remain unnamed. Okay, but Jay-Z is saying, no, let's call her out. Let's bring this out to the light. Because the accuser, why remain unnamed? Because she doesn't want. I just never understood that. Okay, I just never understood that. But of course, they love to victimize the accuser and make it seem like she's the victim. So to make her seem even more like a victim, all right, which she is, because it's likely that this has happened to more than one woman. Okay, it may have happened to Lord knows how many women throughout the career of Jay-Z and P. Diddy. Okay, and I'm by no means saying that what they did was right. Okay, but there's always a bigger devil behind the scenes. You don't always look for the devil that's so easily disposable. Okay, Jay-Z and P. Diddy, even though Jay-Z is higher up in the food chain than P. Diddy, they're both disposable. They're both pawns on the chessboard. Okay, so who are the bigger devils? Who are the ones that finance these guys? Their careers. Okay, because at one point, neither of them were anything. No one ever knew about them in their 20s. Okay, when they were just getting started in their late teens. Okay. At one point, I believe Jay-Z was with Bad Boy. Okay, and P. Diddy was given the keys. He was given the financials to run Bad Boy. By who? Clive Davis. Okay. Clive Davis he's been running the music industry for years. All right, so let's continue reading this story here. It says in October, a lawsuit was filed by lawyer Tony Busby on behalf of his client, originally claiming Combs as well as another unnamed celebrity. Okay, so I read that. So continuing, it says so far, Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges, with his lawyers also dismissing accusations as clear attempts to garner publicity, adding Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. All right? Because remember, he's been accused of messing with boys too. Okay, now is this true? I do believe it is. I do believe he is guilty of assaulting men and women, boys and girls. Okay, I believe that he's a pansexual. All right. These people are very foul. Okay, they have a lot of unclean spirits. Okay, it says this week the unnamed celebrity accused of being involved was revealed to be Carter, Jay-Z. In a statement issued via Rock Nation, Carter called the allegations against him heinous in nature. Now, Rolling Stone has reported that Carter is petitioning identity reveal of the accused while maintaining his innocence, seeking a dismissal of the lawsuit. If Jay-Z was really in trouble, again, this would be a criminal case. So for Jay-Z, this is probably a humiliation ritual, most likely. Okay, that's showing how high level of a witch, a professional sorcerer that Jay-Z is. Okay, if they was gonna come after Jay-Z, it would be something involving Beyonce, some type of ritual abuse or something like that, similar to what happened with Cassie and P Diddy. Okay, but that doesn't happen with them again because they're higher up on the food chain. Okay, they're responsible more for misleading a lot of souls to the lake of fire. So, matter of fact, by this coming into the news, this is just putting Jay-Z's name back there out there into the public. Okay, whether it's for good or bad, it's publicity for him because again, he's not making music anymore like that. Okay, his name is not in the limelight, and these celebrities can no longer compete with people who are on YouTube who are now becoming modern day celebrities. Talking about these big channels who are more, they're becoming more celebrities themselves by selling their soul to the devil. Okay, so people are watching them more than back in the 90s and the 2000s. It's much different now. So Jay-Z being this age and getting back out there active on the scene. See, R. Kelly, when they were targeting him, he was still making music. He was still promoting his album. I remember I did a video a few years ago, about a year and a half ago, where R. Kelly, he wanted to talk about his album, but they kept talking about the charges and criminal charges and stuff and him facing time in prison, talking about his sex life and all that. Now, is R. Kelly guilty as well? I believe that he is. But at some point, again, when they had double obligations, they're damaged goods. Okay, because Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy, so he never gets enough of his pound of flesh. All right, because again, the industry eats its own. The boule eats its own. It destroys from within. Okay, because they're run by devils. Okay, but I can't really tell you what the fate of Jay-Z will be. I really can't. It's hard to decipher what's going to happen with him, what their plans are for him. Okay, because most likely this is just a humiliation ritual, or maybe perhaps it's probably the start of his downfall for real. Things don't always happen as planned. But continuing, it says Mr. Carter deserves to know the identity of the person who is effectively accusing him in sensationalized, publicity hunting fashion of criminal conduct, demanding massive financial compensation and tarnishing a reputation earned over decades. Carter's lawyer, Alex Spiro, wrote in a court letter. It says Spiro also asked the presiding judge to expedite a hearing on Carter's motion due to the highly sensitive nature of this matter, along with the intense media scrutiny around the rapper following the lawsuit reveal. So basically, it's just going on to explain some of the intricacies of the case. Jay-Z's basically, again, this is going to be handled in civil court. Okay, so there will have to be someone that comes out more recently that has happened with Jay-Z in order for it to progress into criminal charges. But the fact that these two, their name is in the media now, and there are two celebrities whose name has been in the limelight for the last 3 decades, and they're targeting them both in whatever fashion, okay, at the same time, is saying a lot, especially considering what has happened to Bill Cosby, what's happened to R. Kelly, a few years ago, Deshaun Watson, although he's not on that level as a big celebrity as those guys, all right? But the fact that this is happening to them, okay, this happening to black men, is saying a lot, okay? It's saying a lot about the agenda. And normally it's to propagate and prompt feminist ideals, okay, to protect a matriarchal kingdom. And although these men do not stand by patriarchal values, okay, manhood and what it really means to serve the Most High, okay, these guys are pansexuals, allegedly, all right, but the perception of image is what matters to these people when they decide to convey perpetual public witchcraft, all right? But anyway, I believe P. Diddy's going down, man. I mean, P. Diddy, you sold your soul. I mean, he's the child of the devil. All right, Jay-Z as well. Also, keep an eye out for Drake, okay? I'm going to do a video on him soon, okay? Because now the elites are seeing how disposable Drake is. Okay, they're monitoring his value because anyone who has been big in the industry, they're going to target them to see if they can flip the script and turn it into agenda because they may be valuable, more valuable in their downfall than they are in producing music. Okay, because a lot of these guys are not providing blood sacrifice. All right, you got to continue those rituals when you make a covenant with the devil like that. They need blood sacrifice. Okay, they need a child or something. And these guys are not giving up their children. You know, back in the day, Jennifer Hudson, remember her? She offered blood sacrifice. Okay, these are real family members, these people that are dying. Okay, so that covers them for a period of time. Most of them for the rest of their career, that blood sacrifice stands and they're able to continue business as usual, depending on how great their stardom is. Okay, the greater the stardom, to whom much is given, much is required. Satan tries to mimic that principle for evil's sake. Okay, that's why a lot of your celebrities, like I say, they got devil obligations. All right. But anyway, that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Click that like button, subscribe, rate. All right, share the video, support the channel, support truth. Thank you for watching Fates and Gates, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.